All right, Larry Krueger here at Levi's Stadium for the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er recap of everything that happened down here on a Wednesday as the Niners getting ready to go to Seattle at the end of the week. Saturday, they play the Seahawks in Seattle. We'll be there for it. Check out Pig and a Pickle locations in Emeryville and Corte Madera, soon to open in Petaluma. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. Tell them that Krug sent you. Get the brisket chili. Thank you as well to Claw Daddy Arcades, man. Claw Daddy Arcades did us a solid, sponsoring our trip to Philly last weekend. Great follow on Instagram at Claw_Daddy_Arcades to find a location near you. Big thanks to Claw Daddy Arcades for sponsoring the Krug Show's trip to Philly. 7 locations down in Southern California, but also Capitola, Modesto, Fresno, Visalia, Palmdale, LA, and San Diego. So thanks to Claw Daddy Arcades for being a proud sponsor of the Krug Show. All right, let's talk about everything that happened down here on a Wednesday. Niners made some transactions today. They signed Derek Forrest, a safety, and tight end Hayden Rucci to the practice squad, and they released Javon Baker. They also signed wide receiver Colton Dowell to a reserve contract. I'll give you some quick breakdown of these guys since I did it. Colton Dowell is getting a reserve contract. He's 5'11", 200-pound safety, 4.41 speed, 39-inch vertical, 21 reps at 225. 5-year career in the NFL. He's an alpha. He's strong against the run. Played at Cincinnati. He's 26 years old. He's from Columbus, Ohio. 6 interceptions in 49 collegiate games for the Bearcats. Rucci's a tight end, very strong run blocker. He's got a great motor, 6'5", about 250. Undrafted out of with the Dolphins in 2024. He's played 2 years in the NFL with Miami and Detroit. He's played 4 games. He's 24. He played collegiately at Wisconsin, where he caught 36 balls in 36 games. He only had 1 touchdown, 17 receptions. As I said, strong blocking tight end, and added to the practice squad as well. And Dowell is a 6'3", 212-pound receiver, 7th-round pick by Tennessee in 2023. 3-year career in the NFL with Tennessee and Baltimore. He's played 10 games. He's 26. He played at Tennessee Martin. 47 games in Tennessee Martin. He scored 19 touchdowns. That's a big number. He's got size. He's got speed. He's explosive. 41.5-inch vertical, 4.4 speed. Experience as a gunner on special teams. Back at Tennessee Martin, he had a big college day where he had 112 yards in a game against the Tennessee Volunteers. We talked to Robert Salah today. Robert Salah is working through his NFL interview schedule. He mentioned something about possibly Sunday being a big day to interview for him, but he's still working through the details of that schedule, and nothing's exactly ironclad on that front. Salah did talk about Marquise Siegel, said he's going to be a really good player in this league. He said Fred Warner adds pure energy to the Niners, and obviously that's a great thing. And then said that the key on Saturday for the Niners defense is going to be they have to be better on 3rd downs. He said they weren't good enough on 3rd downs. To do that, that means you got to be better on 1st and 2nd down as well. Salah also talked about C.J. West and Alfred Collins and how, they're recognizing blocking combinations now that they didn't recognize early in the year, and that they're disengaging faster and they're getting better and better every single day. And we're seeing that, which is a great sign because those 2 guys are a big part of the 49ers' future in the middle. All right, we should also tell you that these practice reports are brought to you by our friends at Plank Oakland, and check them out at Jack London Square. They just opened the Hub, a brand new sports viewing space. It's the ultimate spot to watch a game. PlankOakland.com. Check them out, PlankOakland.com. All right, couple other notes from today. The Niners, I was looking at the list of the teams that have the most non-rostered cap dollars in the NFL. So these are people that have, teams that have a lot of high cap figures that aren't playing for them. These are the top teams: Cleveland, 170 million; the Jets, Arizona, the Raiders, the Saints. In that group are the Niners. All those teams are bad. Cleveland's 5-12. The Jets are 3-14. Arizona is not good. But they win 5 games. The Raiders are 3-14. The Saints are 6-11. The Niners are 13-5 with $152 million of non-rostered cap dollars this season, fourth most in the NFL. And yet they're the one team that's actually winning despite not having all these players. It really is a testament to the coaching staff that Kyle Shanahan has put together and the personnel department for finding the depth of this roster so that the backups can step in and they don't miss a beat. The Niners badly need Trent Williams to play well and play well on Saturday. In week 1 against Seattle up there, the Niners ran 6-1 a carry behind Trent. In week 18, without Trent, they ran for 2.8 yards a carry behind Austin Pleasants. They need Trent Williams to run the ball. They need to run the ball to stay on the field. They need to stay on the field to, give their defense a rest. They need Trent Williams to play and play well. Brock Purdy against Seattle this year, week 1, he was 4 for 5 for 120 yards on throws with 20-plus air yards. In week 18, he had 0 attempts of those throws. That is the impact of Ricky Pearsall. And we were told today by Ricky that Ricky is optimistic. He's optimistic that he'll play Saturday up in Seattle. He's going to try to go full speed today at practice, and we'll see how it goes. That's a key factor for the Niners. They got to have Ricky Pearsall. He's a deep play threat. He's a big play threat. He's got 4.4 speed, and to me that's a major one. If you look at third downs, week 1 at Seattle, the Niners converted 50% of their third down attempts. In week 18, the Niners converted 2 of 9 on third down. That's 22%. That's not getting it done. They got to get it done on third down to have a chance to win this game. Here's the other question. Are the Niners becoming, before our eyes, America's team? I mention this because, the Niners fan base easily travels the best on the road, consistently taking over stadiums coast to coast. And Niners-Eagles just got 41 million viewers. It was the most watched Fox wildcard game since 2015. Really impressive. So, you think of America's team, you think of Dallas, you think of maybe New England, Pittsburgh. Those are the teams that come to mind. But it may actually be the Niners. It may be the Niners might be the Niners might be actually the America's team. We talked to Fred Warner today. His practice window is open. He's back on the practice field. Hurt himself in earlier this year, and Shanahan says, hey, they're targeting the NFC title game, but his practice window's open, and if he looks good enough, I wouldn't totally be shocked if they put him out there this week. Personally, I don't think it's in his best interest long term, but hey, you know what? If he wants to give it a go and he thinks he's ready to go, maybe this is the right time for him. George Kittle was officially put on the IR today. Braden Willis was promoted to the active roster. George also had his surgery today to repair his right Achilles tendon. By the way, 3 years ago today, Brock Purdy made his playoff debut in Seattle, or I should say, not in Seattle, against Seattle here, and the Niners won 41-23 in the wild card round. To me, the number one thing to win this week is you got to stop Seattle's run. See, if K9 and Charbonnet are running for 5-6 yards a carry, Seattle's going to win. But if the Niners can stop those guys and slow down their run game and make Sam Darnold win from the pocket, I think they got a great chance to beat Seattle. Niners and Seahawks, by the way, have only met twice in the postseason. January of 2014, Seattle won 23-17. And January of 2022, the Niners won 41-23. So amazing. And now the Niners are going back there with Brock Purdy. There are only 5 NFL quarterbacks who have more game-winning drives in the playoffs than Brock Purdy and Stafford, who both have 4. Tom Brady's got 14. Wow, and that's amazing. Then Mahomes has 7, John Elway has 6, Joe Montana's got 5, Eli Manning's got 5. Those are the only quarterbacks. There's 5 quarterbacks in history that have more game-winning drives in the playoffs than Brock Purdy, and Brock Purdy's 26 years old. He's got his whole career in front of him. Nick Martin, by the way, stays in the concussion protocol. He's been there since November the 30th. I wanted the Niners to sign Darrell Taylor, the defensive end, who was let go, but he went to New England instead today, and so he's a Patriot and will help their pass rush. the rest of the way. All right, thanks to all of you guys for supporting the Krug Show. Thanks to Plank Oakland. Thanks to Claudette Arcades, and of course, thanks to Pig in a Pickle, and thanks to you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.